Good evening, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I am just going to wait for some more people to join, and it is just coming up to 8 o'clock. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Louise Riley, and I am the advisory board member for the UK, Ireland and Iceland, and also a soaring manager. And it is my great pleasure to take you through the product of the month. And the product of the month is Winter Wonder Skin. And then after I have gone through the product of the month, I will be handing over to my great friends, Lucy and Claire, who are going to share some really exciting information with you. Dare I say, yes, it's coming up to that time of year. It's the holiday season, and we've all got to start thinking about gift ideas. So without further ado, I'm going to get on with the presentation. But before I do, just want to make sure that for some of you that are tuning in from other countries, please be aware that some of the information that is shared tonight might not be relevant for your particular country, because certain things are variable from country to country. So just be aware of that. And I am going to start sharing some information with you right away. Okay, as we have seen, the title of the product of the month is the Winter Wonder Skin. And I wanted to kind of start off by thinking about what impact does the winter have on our skin. Now, I don't know about you, but I've thought up to now it hasn't been too cold. But I must say today, I definitely noticed a drop in the temperature. And I definitely would say that winter is coming. It's round the corner. Now, I know that we've had a lot of wet weather, but actually it's the colder temperatures that can start to have a massive effect on our skin. The first thing that we have to be aware of is the decrease in sebum production. Now, sebum is that really important oil that we have in our skin. And if we are producing less of our skin's oil, that means that we don't have so much lubrication, and it can lead to drier skin. The other part is low humidity. This will also further strip moisture from our skin. And we have this really important protective barrier. And this protective barrier is called our acid mantle. And the acid mantle is made up of some of the sebum and also some sweat. And it's the combination of these things together that is creating this acidic barrier on our surface of our skin. Now, before you kind of think, oh, acidic barrier, that is absolutely perfectly normal, because our skin likes to be acidic. It likes to have a pH of approximately 5.5. It can vary from person to person, but this is really important to keep that balance in our skin and not to have it affected, because if we start to irritate and damage this protective barrier, that's when dirt, grime, debris, bacteria can start to get into our bodies. You see, our skin is our third lung, and it needs to breathe. And if it means it's breathing stuff out, it also means it can be absorbing things in. And it is the change in climate that can definitely start to irritate more than actually you can see. It's not visible to the naked eye. But then we go from an extreme. We go from being too cold to too hot. And you know what? Isn't it wonderful to have the heating on and keep us all warm and cozy? But one of the challenges we have as well is that it can also start to dry out our skin. And then we're talking about stressed skin and aging, because as the winter starts to hit, it can affect lots of different things. It can affect our mood. Now, stress can trigger something called cortisol, and cortisol is our stress hormone. And this hormone, it can have a lot of negative effect on our body. one of the things that we have to be focusing on right now is the fact that we have these protein fibers within our skin. They are called collagen and elastin. Collagen is our structural one. It's a bit like the scaffolding that keeps everything taut and firm, where the elastin, as the name implies, it gives this kind of elasticity and bounce in our skin. Now, if you are constantly producing cortisol, and we can produce cortisol for a lot of different reasons, but we do get stressed. We start to get our mood changes when we're not getting so much sunlight. It can also lead to premature aging. If we go through a lot of chronic stress, that can also have an effect on our body's ability to start to heal and repair itself and to retain moisture. On the surface of our skin, also part of just underneath the acid mantle, we have, I like to call them bricks. These are fatty acid bricks. And these fatty acid bricks are called ceramides. And we all need to have the right amount of bricks so that there isn't any, if there's any bricks missing, it means that, once again, all these nasty things that we don't want to can get inside our body. And one of the challenges that we also have with putting our body under stress, it can also affect not just the acid mantle, but also this layering of bricks. Now, when it gets cold and we're feeling a bit miserable and it's wet out there and everything becomes a bit of a challenge to try and get from A to B in the cold weather. Look at this picture of this guy having to kind of walk along the street, or probably running along the street. It's cold, it's miserable, and we just want to feel good about ourselves. So we start to kind of get these unhealthy habits. We want to eat comfort foods. We want to not just eat comfort foods, but we'd want to drink some nice things. We also, probably the only exercise we're doing is running out of the rain. So we're getting lack of exercise. And we know that exercise is really important for releasing happy hormones, endorphins, in dopamines in our body. And this can also further impact our skin's health. So it's quite interesting that people don't relate the cold weather and the stress and how we're feeling to the aging of our skin. As I've already mentioned, dark nights and shorter days. The clocks went back on Sunday, and I can't believe the difference in today. The fact of that 1 hour difference, how I suddenly start to feel like my days are really getting shorter, because all of a sudden it was dark, and you're going, wow, yeah, winter is really coming, and it makes you feel a little bit more moody. And if we're not getting vitamin D, then vitamin D, which is manufactured on the surface of our skin, and it's manufactured through being in contact with sunlight, then vitamin D will definitely have an effect on our mood and also, as I said, our skin's health. I want to talk about something called superoxide dismutase. Oh gosh, that's a bit of a long word for a Monday night. Well, we're going to call it SOD, or SOD for short. So SOD is an antioxidant enzyme that we hear about. Vitamins, we always hear about vitamins for our skin, such as vitamin C, vitamin E, are actually known to be really important vitamins for our skin's health. But we also have this enzyme, and this enzyme is there to help to neutralize harmful atoms that can be damaging our body and be damaging our skin. So these harmful atoms are called free radicals. And what free radicals do, they are free and they get into our body through our environment, through, as we said, the kind of like lifestyle we may be leading, the foods, getting UVAs, UVBs, all these different things can get these horrible things called free radicals that are going around our body. And what free radicals do, because they're free, they don't like being free, They want to attach themselves to something, because if they can attach themselves to something, such as a skin cell, then what they will do is they will feel stable. So they want to try and stabilize themselves. But the challenge is that when they're trying to attach themselves to something, then they're going around zapping other cells. So not just our skin cells, but obviously this evening we are talking about our skin, then they will damage our skin cells. Now, what we need to do is neutralize them. And we have this thing called superoxide dismutase, which we have in our body. And as we start to age, then we are producing less of superoxide dismutase. Now, we can put that back into our body by taking it into with our diet. And we can do that. We can do that by eating certain fruits and vegetables. And you often can find this enzyme in some skincare products, especially skincare supplements. Now, one of the most powerful fruits that contain superoxide dismutase is French melon, and you can see French melon on the screen here. The challenge we have with the winter is that eating melon is more of a summer fruit. It's the kind of thing that you would do. It's more seasonal then. So the thought of eating melon in the winter isn't a norm. So to try and get the right diet, which is hard enough, we want to have comfort foods. I think we're not really thinking about eating French melon. So I personally believe that what can happen with the winter, it doesn't matter what age you are, that it can be a catalyst for looking at supporting your skin, because maybe it's only in the winter that you start to notice that your skin is starting to get irritated. It can become dry, flaky, it can be sore, red, tingly, and it actually can hurt. So people start to think about using products when they have got a challenge, and it can be literally the environmental changes that can be the catalyst to start to look after your skin. And why are we talking about anti-aging in our 20s? Because your skin is actually aging in your 20s. And maybe if we start talking about anti-aging products to men and women who are in their 20s, it wouldn't normally be a thing that we would do. So what we're going to look at in the next section with the products is to really think about marketing our products to, you might say, the 20 years plus for anti-aging, and it can just be the catalyst of the winter that can drive people to think about using some of the products. Let me move on to the next slide. Okay, so the products that we're going to be talking about for our Winter Wonder Skin is actually the Infinite by Forever range. And the reason I kind of put the last slide up is because I know personally from talking to lots of Forever business owners that often most people are thinking that the Infinite range is for the maturer person, but that is absolutely not true. So this may be a little bit of a different marketing angle for you to think about reaching out to younger people about using the Infinite by Forever, and even looking at gifting these products as we're coming up to December and the holiday season. So the first one is focusing on the Infinite Hydrating Cleanser. This is our cleanser to be kind and gentle. So as a kind and gentle cleanser, it is absolutely perfect for winter skin, where the winter skin is being attacked. It's being attacked by the elements. It is feeling, as I said, some people's skin may feel a little bit sore or red or irritated. and it is, as I say, kind and gentle and soothing. Because it is mild and it's creamy, one of the things that it's going to be doing is increasing hydration. And as we are going through the autumn and winter months, we really need to attract moisture to our skin. So it's absolutely perfect for the drier skin. And for most people who are looking at their skin through the winter, they will notice that their skin has fluctuated into the drier level. Perfect seasonal support for cold winter months. It is hypoallergenic and absolutely perfect for sensitive skin. So the key ingredients that we have in this hydrating cleanser is that it contains aloe and vitamin E. Remember, I said that vitamin E is really important for skin health. Linolenic acid, so it is an acid that is identical to the skin's the acidity that we have in our skin. Alongside the cocoa fatty acid. So we're attracting natural oils, oils that, remember, the natural oils have started to break down a little bit, or being produced less through the winter. The apple amino acids, that part of the product, is what's going to create the foaming effect. So very, very simply, massage into the face of neck, rinse thoroughly and pat dry. This is a great product that you can use morning and night. Please remember that while you sleep, that your skin is collecting debris. Where's the debris coming from? Where you're sleeping on a pillow, and on a pillow, without you even seeing it, there are things there that can be attaching to the skin while you sleep. And also, depending when a guy wants to shave, it's a perfect shaving medium, whether it's for the morning or the evening. The next product is our Infinite Firming Serum. The key focus on this product is peptide technology. So remember, we said kind and gentle for the cleanser. We are focusing specifically on the peptide technology. It is one of those great products that when people are looking for a serum, often people wonder, why am I using a serum? What is the purpose of a serum? Well, the purpose of a serum is specifically to put highly concentrated ingredients into your skin, not just as a functional product. So a functional product is something like a cleanser or a moisturizer. But what we have here is a product that is going to be adding extra stuff into your skin, and that is it is going to be using advancements in science and the peptides here. So let's just talk about peptides. Peptides are teeny tiny little pieces of the proteins that we need in our skin. We have these building blocks in our skin of the proteins that are going to be building up and making this collagen that we've been talking about. So the peptides are going to help to manufacture or build up the collagen. And they're actually tiny pieces of collagen that have been broken down so small that when they get into your body, they can rebuild again. And I always like to identify it to imagine you've got a sock and it's got a hole in it and you need to darn your sock. So what we are doing is providing the materials so the hole in the sock can be darned, and that's how peptides work. Now, the peptides here, these are tripeptides. So there's 3 peptides, and these have been created specifically to be identical to the peptides that our skin can use for rebuilding and repairing. We also have, alongside the peptides, we have yeast extract, and yeast extract actually supports the collagen synthesis. So that is the manufacture of the collagen. And also whey protein also helps to improve the skin's overall look and feel. So this is a serum that has peptides plus these other important extracts in there. These are going to help to be the rebuilding and the restructuring within our skin. So you would actually use a couple of pumps of this on the face, and don't forget the neck. Now it also says use alongside the Infinite Firming Complex, which is an amazing product, which I'm going to come to at the end, and I'm going to explain why you would probably use those two together. But before we do, we're now going to look at another functional product, and this is our restoring cream. And as I said, we have like cleansers and moisturizers tend to be more of a functional, but this one, I want you to think about food for the face. Think about winter food for the face, because we want to be able to feed our skin with as much as we can and really nourish our skin, because it is just not being fed in the normal way, because it is having the extremes of the environment, which is zapping all the goodness that we're trying to do. So first of all, our skin is very, very dehydrated through the winter from the outside, and also the fact that we're living in warm houses. This is something that is important to kind of feed the skin. This has 15 skin conditioning ingredients. I'm not going to go through them all, but I just want to point out the B3, the pomegranate, and the beetroot. Especially the beetroot is really good for calming down skin, especially when it is irritated and a little bit red, which can happen through the winter. And then we have squalene, and squalene is an ingredient that is quite similar to the ceramides that you have within your skin. Now, what you can do with this, you can take a you push down the top, and then you literally put it all over your face and your neck. But what you can do is you can apply it after the firming serum, but you can also put the firming serum, when you press down on the lid, you can put your firming serum on the top of the lid, and then you can mix the two together if you want to apply the two together. Once again, please remember, use morning and night. It is important that your skin is fed first thing in the morning as well as at night time, and not just doing it once a day. Now, I did mention about the Infinite Firming Complex and using it alongside the serum. So this is our seasonal support from within. And the reason that I want you to think about using the firming complex alongside the serum is, you may have noticed that this is silver and the serum is silver. And these two products together, they are definitely what we call our anti-aging duo. And as an anti-aging duo, it's because I want you to think about that you've got the outside and the inside, because you've got the tripeptide technology, those little peptides that are in the serum. And then with this one, you also have some collagen and some ceramides within. And I like to think about them as, you know, a magnet only works if you've got two sides that can stick together. You can't get a magnet on its own. So the two things work together. And another analogy is to think about a window. So if you have cleaned the outside of your window, or you've had a window cleaner that's come around and you've had the outside of your windows cleaned, I am absolutely sure you agree with me that it's going to look a lot better if you've also cleaned the inside of your window as well. So it's like cleaning a pane of glass from both sides. It's exactly the same thing with this product and using the serum. If you use the two together, you're going to get a better result. Okay, now, why this one? First of all, this product, unlike taking the collagen sachets, now the collagen in the sachets is what we call pure protein. So it's protein as like a food, it's a food supplement. But this has a small amount of collagen, but the main part of it is the combination of all the other ingredients together, where it is inner conditioning and it is all about defense. Okay, so this is about defending and supporting, whereas the collagen supplement in the sachet is more about feeding and giving your body pure collagen. Okay, so there's two. This is your defense one. So if it's a defense one, for people that aren't really thinking about supporting their skin up to now, but then maybe it's a catalyst the winter, this is a great supplement that you can market to people as supplement support through the winter, because you may have noticed it contains French melon extract. And if it has French melon extract in it, it means the extract is superoxide dimutase. So this is absolutely perfect to top up your body with a key enzyme which starts to disappear and get less as we get older, but it is definitely in the winter if you are not getting so much in your diet, or also if you're starting to lose it as you age, then you are losing one key element of your natural defense system, especially for your skin. You may have noticed as well it contains ceramides. Ceramides, remember the little fatty acid bricks that are also going to support your protective barrier as well. So you've got your protective barrier on the outside, your acid mantle, and then the bricks is underneath. So this is the most amazing supplement for seasonal support for winter, but then you can use it all year round. So if you haven't tried taking this one, then I would definitely suggest that you start now as the winter is, well, it's upon us. So just before I hand over to the lovely Lucy, I just want to really say that when you take a look at our products, we have some amazing products that we can wrap up and give for this holiday season, which is so many days away. I'm sure Lucy's going to be sharing how many days away we are. But one of the things that I would say is that depending on how you want to wrap these up, I would definitely, I've just given you a couple of ideas on here, is that they are beautiful products. They are top quality products with some seriously amazing ingredients in that make sure that you are presenting them in the way that they deserve to be presented. So you may decide there's some beautiful like velvet bags there with the gold tops. You can put a couple of products together, or you may get a nice velvet box or anything like that. Definitely think about, we have the whole range. We have the whole infinite range together, which is a perfect gift. Or if you decide that you want to just give one or two products, then you may decide you want to put the two silver ones together, because those are the two specific anti-aging ones. They're a great product to give to a guy. And obviously we have the actual restoring cream on its own is amazing, just to be put into a really nice maybe velvet box. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about any more Christmas seasonal holiday giving. I am now going to hand over. There she is, the lovely Lucy, and she
thank you very much.
Is looking all festive in her red. So I am going to love you and leave you, and have a great presentation, Lucy.
Thank you very much, Louise. You know, as Louise was chatting there, Claire and I were chatting in the background saying, every time we hear Louise speak about the products, we just want to buy everything all over again. So I'm just going to share my screen, get that all shared properly for you, and then we will crack on. There we go, bingo. So as Louise said, my name's Lucy Rodman. You're going to hear from me tonight, but also an amazing lady in my team, Claire Shanks. She's going to be sharing most of this lot, actually, and we've got a lot to go through. So what I would say is, as we go through, take screenshots, take photos. This is being recorded, so it will go up onto foreverliving.com in the training, so you can rewatch it there. Very briefly about me, I've been with Forever now for 17 years. I got started when I was running a business as a personal trainer, looking for just a little bit of extra money that I could tuck in and around work and family. But actually, Forever has been my full-time income for many years and given me just so many amazing opportunities with the travel and everything that's on offer and in place. But what I was going to say about Christmas, it is an amazing opportunity. And I've had 17 Christmases, probably the first one passed me by without me really realizing, but I have had some of my best months in November, which is why I say take your photos, take loads and loads of notes, because now is the perfect time. And you've got lots of great ideas from Louise now in terms of how to get the infinite together and who that could go out to. And you've got all the product knowledge to back it up. And I would say, get that for yourself for Christmas. So put that on your shopping list. Get whoever's going to buy it for you, they buy it from your shop. Yes, you get the case credits, get the idea. But we're going to go through tonight 4 things. One is Claire's going to go through some gift ideas. what you can get for who, stocking fillers, that kind of side of things. I'm going to talk about launches and doing festive launches. We're going to have a little bit on experience packs, and we're going to go into a bit of detail on Christmas fairs. And Louise said, I'm sure to tell you how many days, do you know, it is till Christmas. I think it's 58 now till Christmas, until the 25th. How many shopping days that is? 58. And it is an amazing time. But you know what? People are out spending money. I used to work in the other side of retail, actually, for a supplier. I worked for a beer company. And I tell you what, Christmas was done and dusted by Easter. We knew exactly what was happening. And can't escape to notice that the shelves are packed full of Christmas things. So people are already buying. Some people have done already. But not only are people buying presents, people start to spend a little bit more money on themselves as well. So think about self-gifts. So what do we have, and why would people want to buy from you? What are the advantages? Top quality products and incredible ingredients, like Louise said, but they're great value because the products last a long time, a lot longer than something that you would pick up on the high street. So for your customer, it's great value in terms of the length, how long it lasts them. But actually, because we don't put the products into shops, our products, the cost that the customer pays would be more. If they bought our product in a shop, because there would be an additional markup, they would be paying more. So they get a better quality product for the price they're paying. There's less packaging. We're also much more environmentally aware, and a lot of those gift sets and things that you get from the high street are full of plastic packaging. So, you get what you pay for with Forever, and that is quality. We're a very sustainable company. People are looking for that, to look after the environment. Your customer doesn't have to trawl through all the websites to try and find what they want, because they've got you to give them recommendations. Of course, they've got that 60-day money back guarantee, so they can give a gift with confidence, knowing that if their receiver of said gift isn't happy, they get a full refund. Their friend, family member that receives a gift can try the products for 60 days. And actually, that returns policy is hassle-free, isn't it? It's like when you try and return something after Christmas. You're in the queues for hours. So it's hassle-free. You get personal service with a smile from you to your customer. If they're local, you can give them free delivery. And also, people love supporting small businesses. Just think about what you've got your hands on right now for the next 58 days. So we need to introduce Claire, she says. Hopefully that this is the next slide. So Claire and I did not discuss what colour jumper we were wearing. Claire said to me, "You get away your Christmas jumper, Lucy." I said, "I don't own one." So I just found something red. Claire is, as I said earlier, a phenomenal retailer. So I'm going to hand over to Claire. She'll tell you a little bit about herself, and then she's going to take us through the next slot. Over to you, Claire.
Thank you. Do you need to move the slides on? Hi. So yeah, as Lucy said, my name's Claire Shanks, and I've been with Forever now for 11 years. I don't know where the time's gone. Started just so I could have some flexibility around my son, working full-time in a catering industry. You can imagine with a newborn, it was quite a struggle. So yeah, along came Forever, and the rest, they say, is history. So like Lucy, some of my best months are around Christmas. So, you really need to be grabbing this with both hands, as they say. It's an amazing opportunity for you. So very quickly, I'm going to go through some of these slides, and I'm not going to talk about every different individual item. Take photos, write some stuff down, so that you've got everything there for you. So some of the smaller gifts, some different gift ideas that we've got. So you can be looking at, first of all, I would say is look at your budgets. So when you're speaking to people and, speak to them, asking what their budgets are, so that you can clarify how much they're looking to spend. Some people might want to spend £20, some people might want to spend £50 to £60. So once you've got a gauge of where they are, but these are different ideas that you can go through. Are they into skincare? Is it body cream? You've got for the guys as well. Lots of different ideas there as well. Lucy, if we can go on to the next slide, please. These are slightly smaller ideas so that you could package them into different things. So you've got, there's teachers there and instructors. Think about things that you do with, you know, do you go to fitness classes? Have you got kids at school? Do you need to buy for teachers? Do you need to buy for TAs? There's lots of different things. And I like the snuffle buckets here as well. So you can put an aloe lips in there. You can buy little tin little buckets. You can get them at garden centres. You can get all sorts of different things. You can put some little tissues in there. So there's all sorts of different things that you can do. If you move on, Lucy, please. And then some of the stocking fillers that we've got, lots and lots of ideas. So the lip balms that I've got here, really, really effective, not expensive. You can get the baubles for, I think you can probably buy them off Amazon. I've not bought them for a while. These are just left over from last year. And underneath this photo is just wrapping paper. So you don't have to go to any great expense. It's just wrapping paper. I had a couple of bows just to make things look pretty as well. So there's lots of stocking fillers that you can do. So the lip balms are obviously a great one, and your hand sanitizer. It depends on what people are into. You know, find out what they're into, what they like, again, what their budgets are, and you can go with that as well. The sample sachets as well are great, so you can get your organza bags, and then you could put maybe an aloe blossom tea in there with some sachets and a lip balm, so it doesn't have to be mega expensive if you're buying for well, smaller gifts for stocking fillers as well. So if we move on to the next one, Lucy, please. Again, as we go through these, just take some photos, and then we can you can have a look at those. But some of the gift bags, so Forever do the gift bags. You can get tissue paper, you can get ribbon. There's lots of different things. Have a look on foreverliving.com and you can get lots of things off there. The yellow bags as well are perfect for gifts with some tissue paper on the top. They're really, really pretty. Put some gold or red ribbon bows on there as well. So that just think about different ideas that you can do. It doesn't have to be the Forever bags if you want to get something else, but Forever do them so you can get it all together as well. And always, I think this one thing is people tend to forget is make sure you put your business cards in the bags as well, because if people are giving them to customers and somebody in the office or a secret Santa or something like that, they want to know where they get that product from again when they've used it. So you can either put little stickies on the back of each product, or you can put your business, I would do both, put your business card in as well. You can just lay it at the bottom of the bag, so they've got that as well when they want to come round and reorder. I think that's it for me for the moment. So I'm going to hand back to
we forward wound one slide, which we didn't mean to, because
yes, I thought we were missing something.
I can see.
He foxed me there. So going back to the beginning, so this is where you can start and open the door to the conversations. So these are actual messages that I've sent to customers. So as we're now speaking to people and they're ordering, or in your day-to-day life, you know, have you started Christmas shopping? How are you getting on? Do you need anything? And just write yourself a list of what people might need. So they need teachers. They need to buy little gifts for teachers. Instead of buying, or you are going to buy for teachers, instead of buying them a bottle of wine, buy them from your own shop. You know, it doesn't have to be majorly expensive. So have a look see what you normally spend. You normally spend £5 or £10 on a teacher. I know when Craig was at primary school, you feel like you need to buy for quite a few teachers. So it can get quite expensive, but just keep it low if you need to. And these are actual messages that I've sent out. But one thing I would say about this is you must keep it to your own words. Because if you don't say hi hun to somebody normally, they don't say in a message. That's just the way I speak to this person. That's how we communicate. But if you don't say hi hun or babe or however you speak, make sure it's your words. So you can take these ideas, take some photos, take them as your as ideas, but turn them into your words. Thanks, Lucy.
Brilliant. Claire will be back later. So as Claire mentioned, I guess you've got two sides of things, hasn't it? There's the gifts that you're going to buy people. So remember to buy from your own shop, get your phone number on a sticky label and put it on the products if you're giving gifts, or put your business card in, like Claire said. So it could be those little stocking fillers you need to get. It could be, family members, friends, people that you'd normally buy gifts for anyway. But then you can start talking to customers, also just, friends, colleagues, and a conversation or a message like this just to open the door to see if then, I've started, I've got a business in health and wellness. We've got some really, really lovely skincare products. We've got some really lovely products for health and wellness. So you can, make it your own, but it's about starting to have those conversations. So we've seen all the lovely gift ideas. So get a little bit creative. If you're not very good at wrapping and packaging and things, use a bag, stick a bow on, chuck a bit of tissue paper in. So another way that you can get new customers, but also look at Christmas retailing, is to do some kind of event at home. So you don't have to hire an event, you just have something at home. It could be a Christmas shopping evening. Do you know what? You've got it wherever you like. Any excuse to get a few people together around your house to get some products in front of them and on them and in them. Yeah. So, what floats your boat? Do you want to do a little Christmas shopping evening? A festive facial. People ask me what that is. It's vampire evening, but we just call it a festive facial because it begins with F. Or a festive foot spa. You get some of the scrub and the aloe liquid soap and a washing up bowl and give people a foot spa. Don't worry, you don't have to do it actually yourself. They do their own. If you want any help, if you're really new, just ask your sponsor what a festive foot spa is. You could do something like a mince pies and mulled wine evening, an aloe vera, a coffee morning. It doesn't have to be the evening. You could just make it an open house where you say, come along. And who would you invite to that sort of thing? So you could look at your who do you know list. So think friends, family, who are your neighbours, invite them around. I remember I did a launch once, a Christmas launch, quite early on in my forever career. I invited a whole bunch of people. One person came over. It was my neighbour. He lived opposite, but he decided he was struggling for Christmas gifts for people because he didn't get out much. And so I think he spent over £200 and got all his gifts sorted for various people. So, neighbours, it's a great way of getting to know your neighbours. You've got your existing customers, so you could put on a special event just for them. You've got people that have got products before from you. Brainstorm who you could invite. Look back through your receipt pad, look through your who do you know list, look through your diary if you met up with, look through your Facebook friends list. Put in 2 or 3 dates in November, or even one in October, still a few days, get some people around. You go to the gym, do you go to a place of faith, a synagogue, a church, anywhere like that? You want to where do you know people? Who do you know? The list is endless. And this is an idea of what you could do to invite. And this is exactly the kind of thing that I do. Hey, Sue, are you around on the 12th November? So, oh, yes, I might be. Why? Well, I'm getting a few friends together. We're going to have a bit of a Christmas get together. I'll have some of my aloe gifts there. I'd love you to come along. Bring a friend if you want to. There'll be mulled wine and mince pies. Sounds great. When shall I come over? And I tell you what, if you wanted to do a Christmas shopping evening, you've got a friend that makes jewellery. I've just given myself an idea now because I do have a friend that makes jewellery. Why don't you do a joint thing? They invite some people. You invite some people. You have a couple of tables, one with their jewellery on, one with your aloe stuff on. And you've met some new people that could potentially be interested in your products. So it is that festive time of year. So you could put on some carols or Christmas music in the background, spruce up a little table with decorations and twinkly lights, have a scented candle. I can't think what a Christmas scent is. Somebody can put it in the chat. A Christmas scented candle. Aloe blossom tea makes amazing mulled wine. You could do it like a non-alcoholic mulled wine. Have some mince pies, some Lebkuchen, some Stollen. Don't go mad, but just make it Christmassy. And I think it was Emma who said in the training end of September, the Christmas retailing is if you buy your gifts for your people, so what you're going to get your friends and family, use that as your display of gift ideas. So that then, if somebody wants to buy that, you can retail that and then order your gift again for your mum or your sister or your brother or whatever it is, cousin. So make a little product display, have gift pack ideas. You could put those ever popular baubles on your tree with a lip balm in and a little chocolate. And all you do at a launch, any kind of launch, is you thank everybody for coming and tell your story. Yeah, tell them a little bit about Forever and make sure you highlight things like they get a money back guarantee. You know, Forever, a company that really cares, you know, care about people. It's the personal touch. Talk about why our products are so different from anything you could buy on the high street, why the aloe is the best in the world, the kind of quality they get, the value, and how you're going to look after them as well, that customer service. So think about those things we talked about at the beginning of what, you know, why we stand apart from everybody else. So once you just told them a little bit about Forever and how amazing we are and how amazing you are and how amazing the products are, just share some gift ideas. Why don't you talk about what you're getting people for Christmas? Why don't you could talk about the Forever Aloe Scrub and the Aloe Moisturising Lotion. Say, look, these two, talk about each product, try a bit of the moisturiser. Look, isn't it lovely? Here's what the scrub's like. Oh, yes, amazing. Maybe the other order. You know, and this would make a great present for one of the teachers. You know, this would make a great present for, you know, one of the ladies in your life, or this make a great present for you. Why don't you put it on your wish list? Yeah, so you talk about a product, let them try them, and talk about what who might like that product. Have different price points, a bit like Claire said, so you've got different things for different budgets, and they can sample the products as well, and you can get your aloe bar out and do aloe shots. You can make mocktails. Just have a bit of fun. Now, not everybody's going to make your event, your launch. I'm laughing because this picture actually was an experience pack that I did actually back in the summer. You know, there's a half a cup of coffee there and the propolis is turned around back to front, but it's real, yeah. And this lady has been a Drinking Gel customer ever since. So what's an experience pack? It's a little bag of products, full size, open, samples for your potential customer to just try out. I love experience packs. It's a great way of getting the products in front of people. It's informal, it's friendly, they can try them, and then you can pop back and collect them 3 or 4 days later. Now, with a festive experience pack, you know, you're talking about Christmas gifts, but you could use it with people that couldn't make the launch, people that did make the launch, but maybe they wanted to try something and they didn't get time on the night. Or maybe you didn't have that product on the night. Friends, family, anyone that said no to the business, with your existing customers, you know, even if they've had an experience pack before, make it a festive one. You know, maybe give them an organza bag with a sample and a couple of chocolates in as a thank you as well, and show them the gift ideas. So again, it could be, there are my trainers on there as well. It could be anyone you know on your who do you know list. You could open the door with that conversation that Claire said. How are you getting on with your Christmas shopping? Oh, I've not started yet. I'll tell you what, why don't we get together for a cup of coffee? I'll bring some ideas. You can try some, try before you buy. Don't have to face the shops. Yeah. And you can just meet up for a coffee, pop around the house. Here's me delivering an experience pack to a lady down the road who's also been a gel drinker ever since. She's on her 3rd month now. So she wanted to try the aloe liquid soap and the shampoo and the conditioner. I think I put the tooth gel in there as well, which she loved. But for experience pack Christmas, I think I've said it already. So you can make personalized gift ideas. You could even talk to them before you drop the pack round. Say, is there anyone particular they want to buy for? What kind of budget? What are they into? So that you know what items to take along with you. You could put some of the Forever tools in there, like a wish list, personal shopper form. Make sure you put a brochure in. I'd put a free prize draw form in as well, because you get great information from a free prize draw as to what else they might be interested in, and an all-important order form so they can tick what they would like. We need to move on, Claire. Back to you. Okay, we're doing good. We have 11 minutes. So I reckon you got...
Thanks, Lucy, no pressure.
8.
Right, okay, tabletops. What are they? So you can find these at your, again, take photos of these because I'm not going to read every single item out, but just very quickly. So many places you can find events, and once you get into the groove, you'll start knowing where you can find them. All these different places, toddler groups. One thing I would say is have a look on Facebook as well, and you'll see, especially at the moment, that there'll be loads of people asking about different, if there's any events, people will be sharing their events. You can make a note of that for next year, or for Easter, for summer, for Christmas, and the next fair that they do. Also, when you do ask to have a fair somewhere and they say, oh, sorry, I've already got somebody from Forever, or I've already got lots of people that do skincare, I normally come back and say, oh, that's okay. I don't need to bring my skincare. I can bring the aloe, we can bring shakes, you can do, because we do so much, you can take other things other than skincare. So you might find that you've got other companies there that do skincare. You could then say, oh, well, I'll bring something else other than that. Most people will say okay to that. Also, if they do say no for whatever reason, then just say, oh, can you put me down for the summer one, please? And make friends with them. You know, try and connect with them on Facebook, on Instagram, take their phone number, get them on WhatsApp. So you've got their details then, and maybe put it in the diary for February time to contact them for Easter. Next slide, please. So where do you find them? There again, you just need to look. And I think once it's on your radar and once it's something you want to look for, you do find them everywhere. So again, take a photo, write all these down. Local news, newspapers, magazines, news agents, you'll find little leaflets in the windows as well, like it says shop windows, posters, schools, things like that. Again, ask on Facebook as well, because everyone will be sharing different things as well. And also what I've found locally is you've got like little villages that have lots of, not so much pop-up shops, but because they're always there, and there's always like a little cafe. I did one a few weeks ago, and we did one in the cafe there. So at the moment it's all full of pumpkin fest, isn't it? Little soon be turning into Christmas. So you could just go along. Anything you see at the weekend, now when it's all pumpkins and Halloween, just think, oh, are they doing something for Christmas? And you can ask. And even if it is a little bit too late for now, you can then join for their summer one or their Easter one as well. Next slide, please. So what to take? Definitely take a photo of this and write these down. So you want your tester products. And what I do is lay them down. So where you've got the aloe jelly there, I sometimes lay it down with the lid open. If something's open, it's inviting to people to try. If you've still got the sealed silver bit on and they can't get it out, people tend to go, oh, no, it's okay. I won't open it. So make sure they're on display. Everything that it says here, stock, you don't need to take lots of stock. If you've got some lip balms or some soaps, don't go out buying loads of stuff. And like Lucy's already said, if you've bought your gifts and they're ready wrapped and ready to go, you can take them as a display. And if you end up selling them, happy days, you can get more. Make sure your tablecloth is clean and presentable. If you haven't got a Forever one, that's absolutely fine. Just a lot of people use just a plain black one. You don't need to go to lots of expense. Literature with stickers, so stickers on your products as well. Definitely, if you end up selling something, make sure you've got cards and stickers to pop in a bag, along with your receipt book as well. Order forms of prices on, and make sure you do your free prize draw forms as well. So lots of things to think of there. What was I going to say? Yeah, that's it. Next one, Lucy, sorry. What I just would say about the last one, sorry, is just make it really Christmassy as well and inviting, and always take your smile. What else to take? So your receipt book with your details on and their details on, so that you've got you can go back to them as well. And obviously you're going to follow up with them and check that they're okay with their product, or if it was a Christmas present, make sure that their people were happy with it. Your business cards, your sum up, or cash, or whatever you take for payment. Extension lead, I think that's only if you're going to take maybe some lights or diffusers or something like that. But I do take, you can get some cheap sweets at the moment because it's Halloween, or you can get some Christmassy ones from sweets, and it just encourages the little ones to come along, and then you can talk to the parents as well. Same with the mini mince pies or stollen or anything like that, and a dog bowl on the side, because we all love little dogs, don't we? Big dogs that come over and have a little look over and a smell. And it's just a conversation starter. That's what that's all about. It's just conversation starters. Okay, next one, please. And again, make it festive. If you can't make all these flannels and soaps and things, I've never done these. These particular photos are not mine. Some people are so into it. I'm really rubbish at it, so I don't do them. So the baubles are my thing, but you can make it as festive as you can. So mini mince pies, you can give those away. Like Lucy's already said, some of the aloe blossom tea, which is brilliant, absolutely lovely, and it's really nice iced as well for the summer. Your twinkly lights. I wouldn't take anything like any natural candles. Don't take any real ones. You can take ones with batteries and stuff. Gift bags. So you could take some gift bags. You can either take your yellow forever ones, or you could take small ones like this. You can get on Amazon. Hot chocolate and cinnamon is always a great one as well. And your organza bag. So I've done it before, where you can have a little sachet of tea in, a couple of samples of your sachets, chocolates, anything like that. Always goes down a treat. So just really make it really, really festive, and really lovely. I think we're going on to the last one, and my top tips. So be present when you're there, you know, like really engage with people. No one wants to see you sat behind this table stuffing away your turkey sandwich. And when they go to speak to you, you're not ready. You need to be engaging with people. People, you never know when you can catch people's eye as well. Stand with a smile. Be proud of what you're doing, but enjoy it as well. Speak to people. Have you ever heard of Forever? Would you like to try this? I sometimes have a hand cream or a serum in my hand, so you can give a little pump on the back of their hand. So just try it on the back of their hand, and it just, while they're doing that, it gives a really good conversation starter that you can talk to people. Free prize draw forms, make sure you take those. You can either do a little poster like this, and obviously follow up 24 to 48 hours afterwards, so you can follow up with them. And I would always talk to your stall holders, your fellow stall holders around you. I've had and still got some really, really good customers and friends, that are now, you know, that I've met along the way. Sometimes if you're not having a great fair and there's not a lot of footfall coming through, you know, just get talking to them, because they could end up being your best friend for the couple of hours that you're there. And enjoy it really, and you know, just have some fun. You're there to be present and to be with Forever, but you know, you want to enjoy it as well. So go festive and go enjoy it. That's me.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, Claire. Absolutely brilliant. And we've both said it many times, a few times during this. Free prize draw forms. It's a way of you collecting information so you can follow up with people. So I think some of the questions were answered. There was one about how what the kind of lead time for Christmas orders. Forever tend to put out a kind of calendar to say when the cut-off dates are for Christmas orders. It's normally a week before, so we'll know nearer the time. But yeah, normally about a week before will be kind of the last guaranteed Christmas delivery. It just depends where Christmas actually falls in the bank holidays and everything. So I hope you've gained a lot of excitement and ideas and things from all of that. Forever have also given us some tools as well, some electronic tools. So you've got things like the wish list I talked about, the online brochure. So if you go to foreverlinen.com, you'll be able to find some of those. So if you need to send things out to people digitally, you can do. My piece of advice would be, I've put plan here, but actually, number one, what's the goal? What do you want to achieve? How much do you want to earn over your next 8 weeks? How much do you want to put in your back pocket in November? You can see here how much you earn per case credit of retail at the different levels, depending on where you're at. So as an example, from a home launch, you might do a 1cc. So if you're an assistant supervisor, you'll make £86. So if you want to make 4 lots of that, which is 330-ish, help me here, just about that, isn't it? Then do 4 launches. Yeah, I reckon 8 experience packs would do you a case credit, 2 a week for November. Yeah, so start thinking about, well, how much would you like to earn? Okay, what's the plan? Because if you know what you want, but you don't actually plan it and follow through, you won't achieve it. So don't put Christmas on your credit card this year. Use your Forever business to pay for your Christmas, but also your Christmas activity is not just for Christmas, because whatever you do now is going to gain momentum. You're going to be meeting new people at your Christmas tables. You're going to be introducing people to the products through all the activity you're doing. You'll get some new customers because the gifts are going out to other people. It's going beyond the reach of your existing customers. You're going to get excitement. You're really going to build momentum. So not only will you finish December strong, you'll go into January already in momentum, you know, with lots of customers, a solid retail base, looking after those customers. Happy customers equals more customers. I saw that on the last training, thought brilliant, we'll keep that. But also people to talk to about the business. And we've talked about retailing, but remember, people need to earn money for Christmas. There are lots of people out there that, you know, would want to look at the opportunity right now. I would say, as we come up towards December, start planning your weight management, because as soon as Christmas Day and Boxing Day is over, people have eaten too much and they'll be thinking about weight management. So end of December and January, you've got a campaign from that, and your business will boom in the first quarter of next year. So just to wrap up, remember, set the goal, plan, follow through, make the most of this season. In terms of product of the month, from the 1st of November, all the sort of digital tools, the social media posts, information on product of the month will go on to foreverliving.com in the tools section. I just want to make sure that was what we wanted to say about that. The rolling program will be back next Monday as well, so we'll be on week 2 of the rolling program. So make sure you log into that next Monday and get planning now and have an amazing November. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Claire, and thank you very much, Louise, as well. Good night, everybody.